Hello, welcome back to another teaching vlog. If you're new here, my name is Shelly. I am currently teaching a second, third grade split class. And in these videos, I just take you around a normal day of teaching. Let's be real, no day is really normal, but that's what we're gonna do. Excuse my sweat. Our school is in the middle of our annual dance performance, and teachers do a dance, and we had practice this morning. So, cardio, check. Couple things to mention before I set you down and get to work. Today is Thursday. We always have short days on Thursdays. And then we don't have school Friday or Monday. Please don't ask me why. I don't know why. The parents and kids want to know why. We all want to know why, but we are not complaining nonetheless. But that being said, not having school Friday throws my schedule a little bit out of whack. We also have dance practice for the kids today. We got to do our spelling test. I have to make newsletters. So I have a lot to do this morning. I'm going to get all that done first, and then as always, I will check back in throughout the day. Here we go. Quick little side note. I talk about this often. This is one of my behavior management systems, me versus them. Right now in the school year, we're having a really hard time listening and following directions. So this week, our goal is doing that. So I told them this week, if I have to repeat something that I have already said, I'm giving myself a point to try to encourage them to ask one another instead of me and to listen. And it's actually been working pretty well. So just a thought, if you use a system like this, try to pinpoint specific behaviors that they're struggling with and focus on those during the week. It helps. Okay, back to work. So I just set up my math centers. I talk about math centers all the time on these vlogs. I will link how I run them up here. But let me show you the template I use. I don't have this available on my TPT. I guess I could easily make it available, but let me just show you. So I erased the kids' names for obvious reasons. I have to change that to Thursday, but basically my third graders are up here, my second graders are down here, and they will rotate through these three centers today. Third grade will rotate through these three, and then on Tuesday they did the opposite. So my third graders did these three, my second graders did these three. I use this same model when I teach only one grade. It's just they still do three on one day, three on the next day. We are in the middle of making props for Reader's Theater, which I will talk to you about later, but the couch is off limits today because I have nowhere else to store their creations. This has to go. Okay, so the kids are at recess. We just finished math centers. When I was with my kids back here, we were just practicing measuring in inches and centimeters. The other kids are playing their games. I often get asked how I plan those games. I will link them down below. They're from TPT about the second grade set and the third grade set. It makes it so easy because I just print them on Friday when I'm planning for the next week. And I slip them in sheet protectors and they're basically ready to go. So that is finished. Right after recess, we have to jet over to the MP room to practice our dance for our performance. And then after that, our little buddies are coming to our room. My kids are the big buddies because I normally teach straight third, and we normally have kindergarten buddies. So even though I have some second graders, it still works out. They are going to be practicing addition. This is obviously for the kindergartners, but it's a good chance for the second and third graders to help them instead of doing it for them. It's always so cute and so fun to watch. I tried to get a little bit of footage of Centers, but I was too involved. If I can, I'll try and get some faceless footage of Buddies because it's really cute. And then after lunch, I changed our schedule a little bit. Instead of a read aloud, I forgot that the kids need to finish their prop making for Reader's Theater. So that's what we're going to do instead. And I will definitely try and get some footage of that as well. Okay, I need a snack. All right, I just walked the kids to lunch. We left with a little bit of chaos, but that's okay. I told you I was going to fill you in on Reader's Theater. If you don't do Reader's Theater, or if you've never done a Reader's Theater, I highly, highly recommend it. Essentially, it's a play. You can find them anywhere. I will link the ones I use down below. They're from Teachers Pay Teachers. They're Fractured Fairy Tales. They're so fun. Anyway, I put the kids in groups. They get to choose their role, and then they practice for several days. These help their fluency so much. And the kids that you don't expect to shine really love this. Anyway, they practice. And then on about day 4, I let them start making props, which is what we're currently doing. They're making their setting. And then next week they will perform. Another reason these are great is because you could do like the bare minimum and you can go really deep and it's still such a good bang for your buck. Like I said, the fluency practice is chef's kiss. You could also do a writing activity. You could do vocabulary building. You could do prop making. I mean, you could really go as deep as you want. Typically, I like to do 2 a year. Some teachers do like 1 every unit. Some teachers do 1 every 3 to 4 weeks. So again, there's a million different ways you can implement this in your classroom. Yeah, there's free ones online. There's some on Teachers Pay Teachers. Your curriculum might actually include it. I don't know. Worth a shot. So then next week, we don't have school Monday, like I said, but I will give them Tuesday to run through their Reader's Theater 2 times, and then we will perform on Wednesday. So I'm really excited. I love this time of the year. I always start this during my conference week because we get out at like noon. So we work on this a lot during that week. Okay, I told you there was one more thing I wanted to show you. I'm coming at you as a teacher, yes, but also as a mom, as you know, or you might know. I have a 5-year-old son. He's in TK. He is really jumping into letters, letter sounds, basic math, things like that. So I'm always looking for things that I can use to support him at home and really support all learners because that's what I do. Anyway, I discovered this. This is called the TalPad. It's an all-in-one smart tablet designed specifically for kids. It's full of learning games, ebooks. There's a built-in AI tutor that's like mind-blowing. Basically, it's a tablet that keeps learning fun and engaging. So from a parent perspective, the part that I really love is it has a built-in AI tutor. You can use it to take a photo of the math page or the reading page, and it uses that to create questions, suggestions, and give feedback to your kids. So it's basically like a built-in tutor, which for my parents at home that might not understand the math that your kid's doing, it's a great way to have a resource to help them without relying solely on you, which is phenomenal. This is the Snapboard feature. Your kids put their book or their text directly under the camera, and as they're reading, if they don't know a word, they can tap it, and it will define it for them so quickly. There's also a little AI companion. His name's Thinky, and your kids can talk to it. He talks back. It's interactive. He's like a little friend that helps guide them through their learning, which is awesome. Some of the other built-in features that I think are phenomenal, there's over 800 ebooks on here, cartoons, other types of reading resources that are really gonna engage them, get them excited about reading. And then my favorite part is they have specific learning and practice plans that are designed based on where your kid's progress is in the subjects that they need help on. So for example, my TK son, like I said, is working on the alphabet, letter naming, letter sounds. So he's loving the alphabet adventure. There's little videos, songs, games. It's super engaging for them. I'm like, if I'm gonna have my kid on a screen at all, this is the one that I want him on. So this is a peek inside the interactive gameplay. This is MathGo. In order for this character to launch into the next world, they have to complete a series of math problems. It's a super fun way to keep them really engaged, but also practice those math skills that they really need. So I just wanted to share that with you because this is the first learning tablet that I've come across that actually feels worth it because it really focuses on high engagement and learning targets, which, what else do we want? I will also say for my parents, you can download other third-party apps, but of course you can get into the parental controls and tweak whatever settings that you need to tweak. So it's super safe. I will have all the information linked down below. So if you want to add it to your wish list, go ahead and do that. I need to eat my lunch. I am starving. And then I need to clean up this classroom a bit because like I said, it's technically our Friday. So there's some things that I need to just get in line for next week. And I only have a few minutes to do that. So let's go. So one thing I have to do, because normally we do this on a Friday, is grade their spelling tests. They're actually dictation sentences. This is part of our curriculum. From phonics to reading is what we use. These are the sentences for the week. And then, like I said, dictation. My aide is actually grading these right now, so that's great. The other thing we did was our fact fluency quizzes. So let me show you how this works. I haven't talked about this in a minute. People have a lot of different opinions on fact fluency quizzes and like timed tests and things like that. I get it. Fact practice, especially in third grade, is so incredibly important. We use a lot of reflex, which I actually prefer for practice because it's more engaging for the kids and they have like a more visual goal. Anyway, that being said, the kids take a fact fluency quiz 1 minute every Friday. To be honest, I like it more so for parents to be like, hey, your kid's been stuck here. Please help me out, because it needs to be done at home for the most part. So I will link this down below. This is all from Teachers Pay Teachers. I've used it for years. I have, because I teach 2 grades, I have the multiplication and division one, and then I have the addition and subtraction for my 2nd graders. I have added a couple things just to make it fit my needs and my style. But basically, let me flip you around. This is what the quizzes look like. So they have 1 minute to complete these, and then I keep track of what they've passed right here. It just makes it easier for when my aunt comes in to do the copying, she knows what to copy for next week. And then in my binder, I just keep all of the masters. This product also comes with like flashcards. It comes with tracking sheets. It actually comes with more than I use, but totally worth it if you're needing something for fact fluency. I have been loving this little packet. So that's 3rd grade. 2nd grade is pretty much the same, but they know they get these in their mailboxes on Friday, so they know if they passed or not. That being said, I have to grade these really quickly. I have to eat. So I'm gonna put you down, get to work, and I think next time I see you will be the end of the day. Okay, I got a quick little blurb of them working on their projects. It is 2:20. I have to be in downtown of my city in an hour, and it takes 30 minutes to get there, so I got to get out of here. But because it's Friday, I need to clean up my room, so I'm going to do a quick 5-minute cleanup, and then I'm going to wrap this vlog up. All right, well, that was more like a 3-minute cleanup, but I gotta get out of here. If you enjoy videos like this, please give this a thumbs up. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe. If you don't follow me on Instagram, go over there now at Early Adventures to follow me. I post a lot more frequently over there. Otherwise, I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.